Welcome to another episode of Chicago Detox. Peace.
Peace.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Jason Van Dyke sentencing.
Yeah.
And how, he's going to be sentencing on Friday. And the issue is he's facing up to 96 years. But he also could get as light of a sentence as probation. Now, the question of the day is, what do you think is a fair sentencing for Jason Van Dyke?
Yeah. Fair sentencing. For what? I'm saying,
what do you think is a fair sentence?
I'm saying for what he's convicted of. He got convicted of second-degree murder.
Yes, second degree.
And 16 counts of aggravated bodily harm, I think.
For each bullet. I know it was a count for each bullet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, come on. At the end of the day, he facing 4 to 20 for the
bullets.
Second degree and 6 for each bullet. So it's like, 90, 96.
So,
I don't know.
what do you think should be
the maximum that he could get? I would get, if I was the judge, I would probably give him more than the 96, because
okay.
It's really, it's no justification in what he did, in that, with the job or anything, that was just bogus, plain out.
Well, coming from my opinion, I think looking from a standpoint, taking out the emotions, that if we look at what kind of Chicago we want to have based on law and order, and if we want fairness across the board, I think we should go at it clean slate based on what he was, charged with and convicted of. And if we give a fair sentence like we would give the common person, there's no preferential treatment, no benefit outside of the context that a crime was committed because he was found guilty of it. And that's what he should be charged with.
Yeah, most definitely. And another thing, the fact that, people writing letters for him and, they bringing up all his commendations and all this stuff, that's just, come on, that's seriously,
But, everyone deserves support, right? Everybody's going to have support.
They need support, but, it's other people that's in those similar type of situations, and they don't get, that type of support, let alone, those type of, curbs, those type of, basically, the
benefit of the doubt, and the acolytes, but him being an officer, you're going to have those kind of benefits. So I feel like
I understand that, but I'm just saying, the whole situation is just becoming out of hand, as far as with them talking about it, with is bringing his kids into it and all that type of stuff. I think his daughter is the same age that LaquanMcdonald was, so it's at the end of the day, to even say to let him off with something like probation, like LaquanMcdonald, he was doing something where he potentially could have got off with probation, and you just shot the man 16 times, and I don't know, it's just different, where I see the way I see things, as far as where I came up, if you do something like that, you would end up getting, you would get locked up for a very long time, and it wouldn't even be, no drawn out case, and people would be talking about it, even if you were a cop or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can't just shoot nobody 16 times and justified. I could see and just thinking about it logically, if say you was by yourself in in a dark alley and this dude came at you with a knife, then maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably fight the dude off. You know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Without the gun, you know. I mean, he got a knife. You got a gun. Like, it's just like people say, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. So it's like 16 times, you know. So, I mean, you just blow that analogy up out the water.
Yeah,
So it's
I
like,
understand.
at the end of the day, is, you know.
But we ask you now, Chicago.
But yeah, that's just my perspective, and I don't, you know, and I don't want to, you know, talk about it because, you know, I could relate to it. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, what do you all think about it? You know, because it you know, it's finna go down within the next day or so. You know, so what y'all think? Let us know.
Yes, let us know in the comment section.
In the comment section, you know, engage.
Yes. And this was
said,
definitely a tough episode to have, but, you know, I'm glad we're hashing out because we're going to have sometimes these difficult conversations, but we need to have them.
This is definitely one that, you know, that we definitely need to, like, talk about because, you know, it's heavy, and then once the sentences come, you know, we going to have to, you know, of course, have the reactions to that as well, but, you know, yeah, let us know what y'all think.
Yes.
And this has been another episode of Chicago Detox.
Peace.
Peace.